Morning. Hello, everyone, and how is everyone doing? Hello. Sharise Johnson Moore here, and how is everyone doing today? So today I want to welcome you to day 17 of the 30 days of visibility. I am Sharise Johnson Moore, your publishing consultant and visibility coach. And today we're having a very important conversation: the value of professional visibility services and why trying to do everything alone can delay the impact God called you to make. Okay. I want to read that. I want to say this again. We are having a very important conversation: the value of professional visibility services and why trying to do everything alone can delay the impact God called you to make. So I want you to get your pens, pad, paper, and come on and let's deep dive into this topic for today. All right, this topic for today. And it is very important for us to find out, why we need professional visibility service. And it's very important. It's very important because visibility has a role to play in your business. So visibility is a strategy, not a guess. Visibility is a strategy, not a guess. Posting randomly doesn't build a brand. Posting randomly does not build a brand. Professional visibility services provide structure and direction. They provide structure and direction. Strategy removes confusion and saves time. Strategy removes confusion and saves time. When you put a visibility strategy together, each step is done in a strategic way. You may be launching a book, you may be launching a product or a service, and how you present that to the public is very important of how it is received by the public. I remember when I first started my business and I was not being strategic about anything. I was just throwing anything out there and it was not received very well. And later on, I learned after taking a marketing class, that it was very important to do things strategically. And when it's done strategically, it removes the confusion and it saves time. Intentional visibility reduces the strain, it reduces stress, it reduces the guesswork out of what you are thinking about presenting to your audience. Intentional visibility produces consistent results. Consistent all the time, continuous, every day. And it all depends on your visibility strategy that you have laid out, put together. Okay. Expertise accelerate your growth. Professionals understand platforms, trends, and positioning. Professionals understand platforms, trends, and positioning. They help you avoid costly mistakes. I remember when I revamped my business, and it was something about putting that plan together about how I was going to bring the revamp the visibility that it needed. And it was kind of a quiet revamp. But what I really brought to the table was I had restructured everything in my business. I had restructured everything, and I took one thing at a time to reintroduce it to my audience with the revamp. And that was because I took time out to really learn about marketing. The class I took it for 13 months, right? And it opened my eyes of how to launch. It opened my eyes of how to present an offer. It opened my eyes to how to really be in front of an audience that was willing to support my business and glean to my offers. So in that course I was taking, I learned a lot about visibility and the strategy behind what goes into it, from email sequencing, how email sequencing, how to launch a book, how to launch your products and services, how to and in different formats. In different formats, you can introduce your business, your product, your businesses, products or services through several different campaigns. I'm also learned that. I learned a lot in this class. And I advise anyone that is launching a business, that have products or services, to take a marketing class, because it will save you time and money, right? And also learn everything that is about your visibility strategy that you want to implement into this launch of your products and services. Okay? They help avoid costly mistakes. They help you to avoid costly mistakes. I remember one mistake I had did. This was like when I first had started putting my stuff out there. And I would always tell people about something I was working on before I had developed it. I was always telling people about a product or a service before I had created it. Really, that's backwards. I was told, I've had several coaches along the way, and I learned from my coach that you always create the item first. Create the idea of a product or service. Create that and everything that goes with it. Everything that goes with it, from how it's going to be created, how it's going to be packaged, how it's going to be shipped out, how it's going to be delivered. What does it look like? Everything in that product or service must be created first before you tell anybody about it. Because once you open that you tell your audience, there's no surprise. There is no excitement. There's no build up to what you're presenting. Once you tell it, everybody to be like, okay, well, when we gonna get it? When is it coming out? Da, da, da. So I have learned from that it is always good to build your product or service first, then work on your visibility strategy, how you're going to present it to your audience, and then do the presentation of everything that you have together in this strategy session on your strategy, on your visibility for this product or service. Experience shortens your learning curve. Experience shortens your learning curve. Just like I was saying, I took a marketing class for about 13 months, and it was a course, and I really was deep into the course, and I still have my book today, which I do go back and use it for referrals. Once you have learned something new and you have it in your possession, it is good to use what you are learning to produce a lot of to produce more and more products and services if you want to do that. You know, and you don't have to be wondering, okay, well, how I'm gonna do this product? How I'm gonna do, you already got the experience, use the experience you have that you the experience that you have, and it's very important to do so. Okay, use that experience that you have to keep doing the same thing, or you might do it in different ways. Guidance helps you grow faster and smarter. Guidance. That's the purpose of someone. They guide you through this process of how to bring visibility to your products and services because they have that experience on their side of what to do and what not to do. Okay. Accountability increases consistency. Accountability increases consistency. Okay. Having support keeps you showing up even when motivation fails. Having support keeps you showing up even when motivation fails. Okay. Professionals help you set goals and stay aligned. They help you stay on the task at hand instead of you jumping over here. You started with this. Now you want to jump over here with something else and you haven't even finished the first thing first. Okay. That's how professionals work with their clients. They want you to succeed with that particular project that you're involved with them with. And I want to say this. When you are working with a professional, please, in the sense of being respectful, stay with that professional until you have finished your task. Stay with that professional until you have finished the task or the project you're working on. Because you don't want to be unstable. You're working on this, you're working on that, you're working on this, you're working on it. And if you're working on multiple things at one time, something's going to go lacking. Okay? Accountability turns ideas into action. Accountability turns ideas into action. Consistency builds trust and credibility. Consistency builds trust and credibility. Now, how many times have I said that one, right? Something came up yesterday and I put it out there that I would be postponing yesterday's live until today. And I understand that, that might throw off, I say it like this. If people that are steady following you are, they're keeping up with you, they will see that you have put a post out for everyone to know about the postponement. Okay. Or they be like, okay, well, she had something else come up and at least she informed us of it being postponed to tomorrow. Okay. You gain clarity, confidence, and capacity. You gain clarity, confidence, and capacity. Visibility coaching helps you clarify your message. Confidence grows when you know what to say and how to say it. And support frees your mental space to focus on impact. Clarity allows you to show up boldly. You gain an understanding of what you're presenting. You gain the confidence to present it. And you are able to concentrate on that thing that you are completing or you are bringing forth to your audience. Because confidence, your capacity is how you have this idea and you're presenting it to people and how much are you going to have to do this? And capacity. It is the maximum amount something can hold or produce. Its ability to contain or a person's potential or their role. Maximize. That means holding. How much stuff can you produce? How many things can you be? How many things can you do in this amount of time and contain it all and to deal with how much structure is in that time frame? Okay. It is the ability of a system like a role or a server to handle a load. How much can you handle in that capacity when it comes to your business? Okay. What is your capacity? How much can you hold? How much can you do? Okay. And the last one is investing in visibility is investing in your assignment. Your message deserves to be seen and heard. Visibility opens doors to opportunities, partnerships, and growth. Investing in support honors your calling. And you don't have to do this alone. Okay? Investing in visibility is investing in your assignment. Investing. I took the time out to invest in a marketing class. Okay? When you invest in something into your business, whether you're learning a new course or skill, that is investing in your assignment. When I first started my business, I did not know about Canva. I did not know about marketing. I did not know about the purpose of visibility. I did not know. I was just doing all kind of stuff and it was getting me no results. It was like a dog chasing his tail but never catches it. You see what I'm saying? And when I started investing and learning new skills, learning how to create an email, learning how to do posts, learning how to post, learn how to use my social media platforms with an intentional mindset. That is investing in your assignment, investing in things that you know nothing about, but you got to learn them in order to level up. You have to learn them in order to level up. Take your time when you are into when you're in a season of just starting. When you're just starting your business, learn everything that you do not know anything about when it comes to bookkeeping, when it comes to social media planning, when it comes to your social media platforms, when it comes to learning about one thing I did not know in my business was about accounting. I didn't know nothing about no accounting. I didn't, think it was any value to it until it was time me to file them taxes, right? And I took several classes from my own certified public accountant to teach me how to do certain things in my business on the back end about the bookkeeping. So I always say, learn the skills when you have time to learn them. Investing in your visibility is investing in your assignment. Sometimes we may want to cut corners, or I don't want to spend no money with that. I don't want to, or I've heard this one before. I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm not doing that. Okay. I get it. Sometimes we are so set in our ways that sometimes we block our own blessings because we don't want to expand our minds to learn new things that has to do with our business or our nonprofit or what we have that's coming out that needs more help. Say you got an idea. Say you have an idea for a product or service. Okay? And you got to go into understanding, well, I don't know where I'm gonna get the money from. Okay, this is something I had to learn this myself. So I'm talking for self-experience here. When I want to come out with something new, I have to put a budget together first. That was the purpose. I had to put a budget together first in order for me to understand this is how much money I need. This is how much money I need for this project or product or service I'm creating. And this is how much it's going to cost me with everything, supplies, materials, you know, things of that nature, all the incurring expenses that come with this project I'm about to create. I have to put myself on a budget. Now, say that you have already previous products, right? So you got previous products and you're coming out when you want to come out with something new. Okay, put your previous products in a goal. How many I have to sell of these in order to add to save up money for this new thing? And save up that money, save it up. You sell so many books, you sell so many products, you sell so many services, things of that nature, what you do in your business, and you're thinking about having, you're adding another product or service to your business, but you may not know how to you don't have the income or the financial resources right now to go to that product, to create that product or service. Save up because you're going to need the money, the finances to invest in how to create these next things. Investing is investing in your assignment. Don't be skimpy with the money. Okay, because when you're skimpy with your investing, it shows up on the back end of how your product or service comes out. Okay, so I want to go through these again. Visibility is a strategy, not a guess. Okay, expertise accelerates growth. Accountability increases consistency. You gain clarity, confidence, and capacity. And investing in visibility is investing in your assignment. So I have an assignment for you for day 17's assignment. Ask yourself, where do I need support in my visibility journey? Ask yourself, where do I need support in my visibility journey? Okay? Ask yourself that. You know, where is it? Do I need to learn about investing? Do I need to, gain more clarity, confidence, or the capacity? Accountability increases consistency, and expertise accelerates growth. Do I need to get a expertise for where I'm going, or this idea I have? Expertise, visibility is a strategy. It's not a guess. Okay. One prime example is when I decided to do this series. I realized I had to have everything together for what I'm going to talk about. What the topics were going to be. Who would be receptive to this topic. And I had to put all my ducks in a row when it came to this visibility 30 days of visibility YouTube series. Okay? So, if you're ready for personalized guidance, strategy, and accountability, I invite you to book your one-on-one visibility coaching session with me. The link is in the chat, and also here, let's see, here it is. Okay. 30 days of visibility strategy. It is important that you create your visibility strategy, okay? Because you don't want to be all willy-nilly on the beach, okay? Willy-nilly, willy-nilly all on the beach is not getting anywhere, okay? So, wanted to let you know that I have openings for a one-on-one visibility coaching session, and they are still, and this session is still marked down 50% off, okay? So, you can sign up today and we'll sit down and talk about your visibility strategy session. Okay. And if this series has been a blessing to you, you can also support the platform through your donations. Your generosity allows me to continue teaching, mentoring, and showing up for you consistently. Okay. Showing up consistently. Your donations go to Riverside FM, the application I'm using to bring you this broadcast, and also it brings you a lot of other things that I'm setting up for the new year, which I will be introducing some new offers for the coming year when it comes out. Okay. I pray that you have a blessed day, have a marvelous day, do the things that make you happy. You can donate through Cash App, PayPal, or Stripe. Okay? And I greatly appreciate everyone's love. I'll see you tomorrow for day 18. All right? Stay visible, stay supported, and stay aligned. Well, really not tomorrow. I'll see you later on the day. Okay? I'll see you later on the day at 6 p.m. for day 18. Okay? I love you all, and everyone have a blessed day.